Welcome to another episode of the Purp Show. This is season 6, episode 5. Got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I want to just welcome my homie Rashad in. What's up, bro? How you been, bro?
Hey man, can't call it, man. Same shit, different toilet. You know what I mean? Just happy to be here. Happy to be here talking movies and pop culture and whatnot. So let's do the damn thing.
Yep. I was originally supposed to have this stream on Wednesday, but like it was storming bad around my area, so I didn't want to even do it because I knew my connection was gonna be bad. So I was like, we just push this till Saturday. But in other news, next week, next Saturday at 10 p.m., as you see at the little ticker thing at the bottom, Horror Never Dies season 3 premieres. That's gonna be kicking
Yeah,
off next week, so that's gonna
looking
be
forward to
back.
that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of horror stuff to talk about. Not only tonight, but um, that first episode and just that whole season should be dope. So definitely look out for that and go back and rewatch. Or if you haven't watched it or rewatch it, however you go about it, go back and watch season 1 and 2 stuff just to get ready for season 3. But with all that being said, what you been watching lately? This month. Yeah, I know you saw
Well,
highest to lowest. I saw that just this today. I had to go to the ops and go watch that shit. Like I had to go to fucking Regal of all places. I was like,
yeah,
fuck, because
yeah, yeah. My boy Perez, yeah, he invited me. Actually last week he told me, he said, look, man, the new Denzel Spike Lee joint drops on Wednesday. You're going, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm like, shit, no arguments for me. So that's where I was at Wednesday. So I saw that Wednesday, enjoyed it. Was surprised by ASAP Rocky. I didn't know that he can act.
yeah, he's not
He
terrible. He's not terrible by any means. Like,
not bad at all. Listen, him and Denzel had that rap battle, man. That was the
yeah,
highlight for me.
mm.
So I saw that. I saw Naked Gun this week, which was horrible. I didn't laugh not one time in that movie. It was an embarrassment.
So it's one of those overhyped comedies and people are like, oh yeah, this is the funniest movie. Like I already knew I wasn't fucking with Liam Neeson because like I ain't forget what he done. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I mean, I'm a fan of the original movie, so it's not like I don't understand the comedy. It's just that they just they don't know the formula, what it takes to make a movie like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they
Yeah,
looked at the old ones. Okay, we could do that, but there's a certain thing that you have to do to make it pop. You know what I mean? And they didn't do that. So yeah, that was a waste of time. What else did I watch? I watched the new Eddie Murphy, Pete Davidson movie. What's it called? The Pickup.
oh yeah,
Trash.
I seen the poster for that. I wasn't even going.
Yeah,
Because I saw the movie with Pete Davidson with the home shit. That was one of the mystery movies. The screen
okay.
unseen shit. I was so mad because it was like the one weekend that everybody or the one Monday everybody thought it was supposed to be together and ended up being the home and shit
So
like
how was
that.
that? Actually, I have that on my queue right now. So how was that? Is it worth
Oh
watching?
man, that bro, the ending is probably like the best. The end sequence, there's a sequence that happens at the end that is the only thing that's probably worth watching out of the whole entire movie. I would say, um, probably skip out on that one because it's just like there's really nothing there. But
Damn,
I
Pete.
don't know. I would say I'll probably say like if it's on streaming or something like that, like maybe you just click it on and just skip all the way to to the end. But
Damn. Okay, well, because I got that on my letterbox. I have that on my queue of movies to watch, but I don't know. I might take it off now from what you're telling me.
yeah, it's just like maybe it's just me. I'm not a fan of Pete Davis. I just don't think he can act like worth the
Oh,
shit. Like he
especially in
just
the pickup. Especially in the pickup, man. He was the worst part of that movie. Like, it sucks because I liked Tim's story as a director, but man, it just felt like everybody was just on cruise control in that movie, right? Like
mm,
nobody was even trying. Even Eddie,
yeah.
Eddie was like, man, I just want to get this check and get up out of here.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna bother watching that War of the Worlds movie. Like I already knew I was like,
No,
yeah,
watch
this
it.
is
No, Purp, you got to watch it. No, okay, War of the Worlds is one of those that you have to watch because it kind of like the Room. like you have to see just how bad it is.
Uh,
You gotta see how
I'll, I'll,
bad it is,
pro-
bro.
I'll
Like
probably put
Cube
it'll probably be the very last movie I ever like watched this year. You know what I'm
and
saying? The
smoke
very
and smoke when you're watching it because Ice Cube's reactions alone is just worth
I seen
the
them
price of
shits like
admission.
I see them all over TikTok. That shit like there's one argument like
Yeah,
it's you,
it's
nigga,
you,
like
my
that.
old son. Oh man.
Nigga like
Purp,
that.
you see a building get blown up, right? He's like, oh man, that's messed up. What the hell, bro? Like we see you like, don't get me wrong, Cube is no thespian. He's no thespian,
and
man, but
maybe
damn.
and maybe that's like they did that on purpose. Like everything's intentional in that movie. Like it's not meant to be taken serious at all. Possibly. I'll check it out though, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wait till like it just gets out of the, you know, if
Yeah.
everybody talking about it, I'll wait for it. Cause I'm right now I'm at 99 movies so far. I just got out of watching Witchboard,
Nice.
which I didn't know that was a remake
Mm,
of 19 was 80 the 86 movie. It's on Tubi. I'm pretty sure it's one of those horror movies that I didn't know what the title was of it
yeah.
back in the day. Like there's a bunch of movies like that was like I know I probably seen what it is, but didn't know it was that movie. So I want to kind of rewatch that or watch that at some point. But that
Okay.
movie was all right. I gave it like 3 stars, but it's at like the very bottom of the 3 stars and stuff like that. But
Okay, yeah. I mean, well, I think I watched mostly throwbacks this week though. So like, as far as newer movies, it was just Naked Gun and Highest to Lowest, and then I watched some throwbacks. I finally seen Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which I've never seen, and I finally watched it, and it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but nothing I'm gonna go back and watch again.
you gonna watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when it comes out on the 18th?
Oh, listen,
The Phantom.
I'm a fan of that franchise, bro. So whatever they drop Texas Chainsaw, I'm watching it, man. I love that franchise.
Yeah, they
So
got that joint coming out. It's a fandom event, whatever,
okay,
on Monday. It's coming. And it sucks because it came out
okay,
the same night as the Deja 2 early access preview. Like, even though I hate the fact that I like that it's coming back. You know what I'm saying, in theaters, dubbed and stuff like that. That's cool. There's some
right,
concerns I have about the dub compared to the subs and stuff like that, and I'll
mm-hmm.
get into that another time. But
Yeah,
it's coming out the same night as that. I was like, fuck. But I'm gonna end up seeing that movie like multiple times, anyways. But it just sucks that I won't be able to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre that next. I always wanted to see that
right.
in
Oh,
theaters,
but
and, and the fa-
I
yeah,
forgot the fandom events. You gotta pay for that though, right? That's not with the deal
yeah,
is. Ah,
yeah. That's how I pocket. But I don't mind that they got the Ninja Turtles joint out right now too. That's playing in theaters right now.
oh, I want to see
Oh,
that, man. But I'm like, damn, I ain't paying $15. But I do really want to,
yeah.
because bro, I seen it on the big screen when it first came out, man. I saw it twice
You don't got
when it
no
first
point.
came out.
Yeah, you don't got no the the $5 joints through the
What's
A
that?
list. Through the A list, like whatever you spend the
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, I be letting them joints stack up.
Oh nah, yeah, definitely. Nah, I think well, I just used my $5 reward. Just I bought some popcorn last week, and then my birthday's coming up, so I'm getting free popcorn. But nah, man,
Yeah,
$15
I
that's
use
too
my
much, man. That's too much. That's too
yeah,
much.
I used up my large popcorn. I gave that shit to my nephew when I went to go see Fantastic Four again. 'Cause he ain't see it. So
Oh,
and
what the fuck is going on with that, man? God, dog, like that movie didn't make the money that we thought it was gonna make.
I mean, it really did though, because like with the marketing stuff they made through marketing, it made almost like 200 million alone, just with all the deals that they did. So on top of that, and now it's going to go to Disney Plus soon. Like they're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? Same
Well,
thing
but
with
why,
Superman.
why do you think that? Because it did had like what a 70% dip from the first week or something like that.
Yeah,
So why you think that is? Why you think people just first everybody went to see it, then nobody give a fuck about it
I
after
mean
that?
that I see that for like a lot of Marvel movies. Like they always kind of have
Mm,
those big booms the first
right.
2 weeks or first week, and then they just kind of really drop the fuck off. Like pretty sure like Thunderbolts had a big drop and stuff like that. Like
I was about to say,
But they
so
do,
damn
but they do better on Disney Plus stuff, anyways, when they drop.
streaming.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's definitely gonna be time for Marvel to go back to the drawing board and be like, okay, how can we get the numbers that we used to get? Because like Phase One Marvel never had that problem. Like those movies made bank,
mm,
and even Phase Two made bank. But it's like now, like you said, it's just that 1 week, 2 weeks, and after that, nobody gives a fuck
yeah.
no more.
But that's what's crazy. They're still making the same amount of money they were like with Phase 1 and 2. Like they've made like three with less films. But next year, I think how they got it like split up with like you know, it's like a year in between movies now, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of like a few months or something like that. So
Right.
I think with Spider Man, like how people are reacting to Spider Man, that's gonna get things back on track for sure. And I think pushing Doomsday to Christmas, the Christmas holiday, is really smart. Which I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Dune is gonna make that release date. I don't think 2026 was ever gonna ever happen for that. I think it's gonna get pushed to 2027. So it just leaves Doomsday. Because I think Shrek just moved too.
Did it?
I think they moved like 6 months or some shit like that.
Yeah, so
Um,
what happened with Doomsday? They just said they had to do like reshoots or something.
nah, I just feel like I think you probably wanted to put more time into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just have it come out before, and it just makes more sense. Anyways, just have Spider Man be that one movie. You don't need to have both of those movies come out in the same summer. Um,
I
and I
agree.
think that, and I think looking at the Fantastic Four and Superman, I think that's going to be kind of a lesson for
Mm-hmm.
them studios. Like they don't put them so close together.
Right.
Because I think if they had an individual month to each other, like I think Superman would have done significantly more, and so would Fantastic Four, because they're not bad movies. So,
I was about to say, do you think they're going to greenlight another Fantastic Four movie, being that this one didn't really set the world on fire?
yeah, yeah, I think they're definitely gonna. It's definitely gonna be probably repackaged, or like I said, it's just we got to wait to see after like Secret Wars what they plan on doing with everything. But I can see if they do a sequel, it's definitely going to be announced after Secret Wars. Like it'll be like a 2029 or 2028.
I don't know. I guess the reason
2029
I'm
would
so
probably seem
surprised is
more
that
real.
this movie got a lot of good word of mouth.
Hmm.
What's that?
No, I was just saying. I was agreeing.
Oh, shit, yeah, I think we got a delay. Damn, StreamYard fucking up again.
Oh, do we? Is it still there?
I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. I guess we. I think it's like a 1 or 2 second delay.
You want to jump out and jump back in?
I don't know. Let's just keep going. See how it goes.
All right. All right. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, like but yeah, I think Marvel's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Spider-Man gonna hit a billy. I think Doomsday. People are thinking Doomsday is gonna bomb. I was like, I don't see that happening. Just with all the different like people attached to that and that coming
Mm-hmm.
out around Christmas, I don't see that happening. Like people are
Right.
not gonna sit at home, just do fuck all nothing, and just be like, oh yeah, we're not gonna go see this Avengers movie. Like I,
Yeah.
I
I
just feel
mean,
like how we think on like how people think on Twitter is not how it's gonna react like in the real world. Like real world, like people are gonna show up for this. Like a lot of them don't even know that probably Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom, or even
I was
know
about to
Doom's in the next movie.
I was about to say Avengers movies always do good, man. Just the title Avengers is gonna put asses in the seat. You know what I mean? Like those are
Yeah.
always like big event films. So I don't see any Avengers movie flopping.
Yeah, they'll probably do it around the same numbers as like Deadpool, Wolverine, or a little bit higher than that. But I think Secret Wars will probably get close. Them hitting 2 billion. I don't know. That's probably not likely, and
Right.
I just don't. I don't think it needs to. At the same time, like I feel like we do definitely need to get out of that mindset of like every Marvel movie needs to hit a billion. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that kind of hurts. So you just kind of which is movie talk in general and stuff like that. Just
Yeah, I
you
mean,
just start to
with
people.
Marvel, I think
Mm,
unless it's a Spider-Man movie or Avengers movie like this, those like the movies that are guaranteed to hit a billion. Spider-Man and Avengers. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
I think that did Black Panther hit a billion? The first one?
yeah, 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 the first one
Okay,
definitely hit a
well,
billion.
yeah, that was a rare one, but yeah, typically it's got to be Spider-Man or Avengers, but most movies won't hit
You
a
know,
billion.
if all this stuff didn't happen in the last 5, if we didn't have COVID and we didn't have the writer strike, Marvel wouldn't just they wouldn't they'd be just fine. Like all these movies have been making a shit ton of money still.
Right.
Like they probably wouldn't be as good, or just people still complain, but they'd still be making money. Like it's
But
just like complete.
but
Mhm.
you know what I noticed is like, but Marvel, like you said, the numbers are usually consistent. But that's why I was surprised with the Fantastic Four movies because it got a lot of good word of mouth. Like it got a good buzz. It's not like people were shitting on it. So you would figure when it's good word of mouth, people are gonna want to go see it. And that's why I was
Mhm.
surprised that it fell off so steep in the second and third week. You know what I'm saying? Despite the fact that people said it was good. So whether people say it's good or bad, they're still gonna do the same numbers, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe it is like true that like some people just can't afford to go to the movies like in that span of time like that. Just especially you got a family too. And I
Yeah.
get it, what I'm saying. There's a lot of factors into things, what I'm saying. Like it's a multitude of things. But another news on the horror side of things, we got weapons hitting 100 billion and stuff like that, which is fucking crazy. And I said this like I think either before or a little after when it came out, I was like, this could have that smile effect where it hits that 200 billion-dollar range and stuff like that. I could definitely see that.
And it'll be well deserved. I was surprised by it. Okay, I tell you what. So when I went to go see it, I didn't know that it had the same director from Barbarian.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I got there and I opened up the app, you know what I'm saying, to pull up my the thing for them to scan, and it said from the director of Barbarian. I said, "What?" I said, "That motherfucker made this." I'm like, "Oh shit." I said, "Oh shit, man, this is gonna be some bullshit, man."
I like
And man,
Barbarian though. But it's interesting that Barbarian is like that divisive or that like kind of mixed, but go ahead. Continue.
yeah. People, it's funny. Yeah, people either love it or hate it. You know, it's like there's no
Mm.
in between. Like either you really love the movie, and I fall into the category of people that hated Barbarian. But yeah, I walked out of Weapons, and I'm like, God damn! I said that's a fucking horror movie because
Mm. And I can see some people
that
not
shit was
liking
it was.
weapons. I was gonna say I could see some people not liking weapons, at the same time because I don't watch it. I was like, it's not what I expected in my head. I expected
Right,
what we got towards the end. I'm not gonna say what it was, but what we got towards the end, I thought that was going to be like what's gonna happen a lot to a lot of people. Like those kids, and so like they were gonna just, what I'm saying. But I kind of like the fact that I went into it completely blind, not knowing, and just the
right,
way it was structured story wise, and how it was more story driven than just to kind of get you with like cheap jump scares and whatnot. Like they really did a good job. But even though they had some really good effective jump scares, there was a couple that got me
oh yeah,
with Archer's character and stuff like that. Um, but I could definitely see a case where like there are some people that like Barbarian more than Weapons, and then you have people
mhm,
that like Weapons more than Barbarian. But he does definitely has a really unique style now. Like I think just with 2 movies in, you could
right,
kind of get a gist of it. Even though I want to see what he does with this Resident Evil movie, that's going to be interesting. Um, and whatever he does after that, and he said he's going to do a Gladys prequel. So I like that we're kind of starting to get like these little mini horror cinematic universes. The X trilogy kind of did that, and
right.
what I'm saying. I like that horror starting to kind of do that. I feel like it fits more with horror than like anything else because it goes back. Kind of goes back to the monster universe and stuff, the Universal monsters and stuff like that. Like just building out these little pocket universes. Anyways, but it hitting 100 million. That's really good. That's really incredible, and I'm curious to see how long they're gonna keep this in theaters and how like what how long the legs are gonna be. Like, will it hit 200 million?
Yeah, I want to go see it again. I was trying to bring my daughter with me to go see it, but like my daughter's on a religious kick now. Well, I don't want to
Hmm.
call it that, but she's on like a spiritual journey. So I said, Renee, like, we should go see Weapons. I was telling her how good it was, and she's like, "No, Dad, you should start watching horror movies because it's gonna open up portals for demons to attack you."
Oh man,
I
sound
said,
like my mom.
"Lord have mercy."
Sound like my mom. Jeez, I was like, I always be messing with my mom, so I was like, yeah, if I step into a church, I might start steaming up and shit.
But
But
I mean, it's not a demonic movie though. Like I mean, yeah, she delves in what is like not voodoo, but witchcraft a little bit, I guess. The thing with
yeah,
the
it's kind of like a witchcraft voodoo type of, but it's deeper than that. If you listen to like certain things in the background with like the parasite and shit, like
Mhm.
that's really interesting. Like very just unique story overall. Like I give it that for sure.
Yeah, well, I
Like
mean the way
I'm not gonna sit there and say it's like the scariest fucking movie. Like I feel like people need to like stop doing that with horror movies.
Mhm.
Like scary shit is gonna be it varies for different people, different levels. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, what I found most effective about Weapons
Mm.
was the use of the background horror, where like you're focusing on the character, and then in the back there's some shit going on, and you're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on back there? So whether it's your boy Wong running full speed, with them big ass bug eyes,
Yeah,
or when the junkie guy when we first see Gladys, that shit
yeah,
got me. I was like, what the fuck is that? So
yeah.
it's the background horror and also the cinematography, how we use like the camera angles and the shots to for the
That
horror as well. That shit was very effective.
that one scene with James, where he sees the one character. I'm not gonna say who that is, but that reminded me of it a lot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like waving and stuff like that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And what's I gonna say? But I think what I think was really gonna divide people with this movie is the ending. Because I was watching Double Toast's review on it, right? And I think it was
mhm.
Martin. Martin was saying that he was on board, like he was like really into it, and then when it got to the end, he said it got really kind of slapstick almost, where it started like getting real goofy and comedic, and especially like the way it ended. To me personally, I didn't have a problem with it. Like, look, I was more satisfied with that ending than in Bring Her Back, because at least this time there was some retribution. You know what I mean?
I, I
There was some
I disagree with
retribution here.
I disagree with that, but because I still think Bring Her Back is still my favorite horror movie of the year so far. Um,
Yeah, over weapons. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Because like
What?
that shit goes hard. Because that shit goes hard. Like as far as the brutality and all that shit. Sally Hawkins' performance, fantastic. Probably one of the best of the year, easily.
I don't know, because there was some scenes of weapons that was pretty brutal too, man. Something that that's
Not
one of the
not
end
not
up.
as like not as much as like a motherfucker chewing on a fucking knife. Like that shit was
Oh yeah, that
crazy.
okay, yeah, that was that was tough. That was tough. That was
Like
tough.
they went pretty hard with that shit, and I was like, I really like the tone of it and just the overall movie. I feel like it just even comparing it to like Talk to Me, I liked it more. Like where Talk to Me is like more for that general audience. Like I feel like Bring Her Back was more like more my speed, like more the shit. Like I was like, yeah, that shit went hard. You know what I'm saying? As
Well,
far
you
as
know
like
what?
the horror elements that I was looking for.
I said this before. I guess where Bring Her Back kind of lost me was that I was really invested in those characters. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm coming at an angle of like, damn, like you had me in the palm of your hands. I was really following these characters into these characters, and then when it wrapped up, I felt like I don't know. I just felt like you know she didn't get what she had coming to her for the bad shit that she did. You know what I mean? I felt like she got off a little too easy. That there wasn't enough restitution there for me. You know what I mean?
I I disagree, man. Even when I rewatched it, I was like, yo, like everything she did, and up to that point, I was like, man, because at the same time, it's like I know you're not supposed to feel sympathetic for her, but at the same time, it's like she just did this all just just for her daughter, and she saw a lot of her daughter in Piper, and I think that's what kind of fucked her up at the same time about it, because she definitely had some type, like she started to get like attached to them, but
Mm-hmm.
like knowing that she had to like she was going to do bad things. You know what I'm saying? I just liked how they kind of played around with that. And I feel like rewatching to see how you feel with a rewatch, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to rewatch it, man, because I really wanted her, especially after what she did to the boy. I was like, nah. I said she gotta go. That bitch gotta
Mm.
go, man. I don't know for some reason I thought New Jack City. I was like, that's like
You gonna do like a like a shootout, like a blaze of glory, get lit the fuck up.
no, well, yeah, it's almost like watching New Jack City, right? And seeing all the bad shit that Nino Brown did, and then at the very end, you see him, curled up to my, oh man, I never knew my father. That's why I did all of this. I had such a bad life. And it's like, no, man, you set motherfuckers on fire. You killed Pookie. You know what I'm saying? You did some horrific shit. Now he's supposed to feel bad for you. You never knew your dad. That's what
and,
this movie did to me.
But what I also like about Bring Her Back is like it's not afraid to kill characters and just do, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the one thing I was like compared. That's why I was like I can't put like weapons or even sinners above it. It's just because it's like those were still kind of a little too tame for me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a little bit, just a little bit, but it didn't take away for them being great films. And so I just feel like they could have went a little
You
bit harder.
you thought Weapons was tame?
Just the tad. Like that's why I was like what I got at the end. I was like, I wanted more of that. Like I think in my mind, I was expecting like Children of the Corn type shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I didn't get that. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that because I still got a great story. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it
I feel
was
like
unique.
because those kids end up still being fucked up,
Yeah, it's just like I thought we are going to get more of them. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people were expecting that. Like if you didn't know watching the trailers and stuff like that and looking at back at the trailers, it's like, bro, they showed a fucking lot. Like they showed the whole the salt thing,
Mhm.
whatever and shit like that. They showed a lot. I was like, God damn, good thing I didn't watch the fucking trailer.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't watch trailers, Purp. Why I stay the fuck away from trailers because they'll do it every time, man. So yeah, when I walked into Weapons, I knew nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I just knew the movie was called Weapons, and that's all I needed. And
Mm.
when I walked away from it, I said, God damn, I said that was fire. And tell me, okay, I can't be the only one. Did you not think of Elm Street 4 at the end? When what happened to your girl? I was thinking the end of Elm Street 4 when the children were busting out of Freddy and they ripped him apart.
Oh yeah. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's definitely a
yeah,
lot of like little nods to other horror movies that like because I immediately caught the It one. You know what I'm saying? The
right,
'90s It one. When Tim Curry's in the grave and shit, like he pops out of the joint, and just you know
right.
that joint. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
weapons is still great though, man. Weapons is still good.
yeah, I mean, it was one of those movies where because we watch so many movies where it's kind of hard to surprise us, where like we kind of know
Mm,
where shit's gonna go. And Weapons was that movie where I had no idea where this movie was taking me.
yeah.
Like it even like showing the different perspectives from all the characters, and then okay, how's this all gonna tie together? And I thought he kind of took his time with it and tied it together with a nice bow on top. And on top of that, it was funny. It had a lot of comedic moments, especially from Discount Han Solo. I thought he was great in the movie. You know what I
Yeah, some
mean?
people say his story doesn't like really fit with everything, but like everybody has what I kind of took away from just all the individual stories is like it's dealing with different types of fear
Mm-hmm.
or different types of fear that attaches to you
Right.
or just I could think about multiple different things, but that's the first thing that kind of came to my mind and whatnot with it. And I thought it was a really fascinating way to kind of depict it in that way and it to make it feel refreshing. And we've been getting a lot of those horror movies for this decade, and like
Mhm.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's only going to inspire people to keep doing like different things, and maybe weapons will spawn a completely different genre or something like that at one point, or you know, what I'm saying somebody will try to do their own kind of thing, whatever.
Right. Right. Damn, but that's kind of a hot take. But you put bring her back over Weapons. That's
I
interesting.
got my top horror movies is Bring Her Back. I like The Ugly Stepsister. That was my shit. That shit went hard. Like that's the type of horror I want. And it's funny that they're both like foreign horror movies. And I think that's what I like about horror. They don't hold back
Right.
on shit in A Jones. But and then I got Sinners.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, I got Weapons and then Sinners. What I got at 5? What's my 5th one? I think it's
Dark Match.
That's at the bottom of the barrel of my list. I think it might be the Surrender. The Surrender, maybe? No. Oh, it's the Dead Talent Society. That shit was fire too. That's a
Oh,
good.
I haven't seen that one. Oh, what about you? Don't put
It's on
Together up there?
Netflix. Together just kind of dropped out of my top 20
Oh,
because I kept like moving shit around, but like it's starting to come together though. Like I'm liking it my list now that I'm like, close to the end of the year. I'm starting to like, be comfortable. A lot of the placements. It's still gonna stuff is still gonna change, but you know what I'm
But
saying.
I've had people ask me because when I say that Weapons is my favorite horror movie of the year, they're like over Sinners. I said, well, I don't put Sinners as okay. Technically, it is a horror movie, but to me, Sinners is just like a dope ad. Like that's my favorite movie of the year
It's
so
a good
far.
movie. Yeah.
That's number one, just movie overall. That's almost like Jaws is considered a horror movie, but nobody would ever say Jaws is
Yeah,
the greatest horror movie of all
I
time.
would I would have suspected like you probably like it more just because it feels more original. Like it's something you
That's
haven't
my
seen.
Sinners.
You're saying about Weapons, like that's probably would
Yeah, yeah.
because that's why I would put it over Sinners. I feel like it's something I've never seen before compared to Sinners, where we've seen kind of vampires before.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily in that light, but like I'm saying, like vampires aren't necessarily a new thing,
Right, right. Yeah, well, because Weapons is a pure horror movie. Like I said, just like Jaws.
Hmm.
Jaws is horror technically. It's in the horror section, but nobody would ever say Jaws is like the top horror movie of all time. They just say it's just one of the best movies of all time, and that's how I feel about Sinners.
Shameless plug. I don't know if you've seen that, but Draws is going to be in theaters. They're going to be putting that in IMAX.
Oh
Forget
yeah,
what day.
I
The
think the
20,
29th.
the 9th. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go see. I'm
Yep,
trying to see it.
29th, 2 days after my birthday.
You gonna
Mm-hmm.
take you gonna take the you gonna take your son? You go see
Well,
Jaws?
It's funny. I took him last year. They had flashback cinema at one of the movie theaters out here last year. I took him to see it
Hmm.
then. So I
Oh, so you
doubt if
already
he.
saw it?
Yeah, he already saw it. Yeah, yeah. But both my
Hmm.
kids, yeah, I fucked them up, man. They oh my god, we gotta watch all these old movies. They'll thank me one day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Time Cop was another fandom event. That was on my birthday. I was gonna see that, but my schedule got all messed up. But the Americana joint, that was pretty good. I would recommend checking that out.
That's Sydney Sweeney, right?
Yeah, City Sweeney,
Okay.
Holly. I was saying her name wrong. I thought her name was Haley. It was Holly or some shit like that.
Mm.
And you got the dude, Paul Walter Hauser, Stingray. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah,
He's
yeah,
coming up.
yeah.
He's coming up. He's popping up in a lot of things. Like,
I was about to say he's in a lot of stuff this year.
yeah, he should be Penguin in the DCU. I think he'd be funny.
I can see that. I can see that. Even though Colin Farrell's killing it, but I can see
Yeah,
Stingray playing Penguin.
yeah, for a more fantastical, you know what I'm saying, or
Mhm.
just a little bit more of a goofy, kind of like recapture that you know what I'm saying, Batman Returns,
Right.
type.
Oh yeah, I think don't they have Batman and Batman Returns as a double feature on an AMC coming up?
Yep. The Dolby, I think 4K Dolby. Yeah,
I'm there. I'm there.
Saw Shin Godzilla for the first time in theaters. On the 13th. It was like a Wednesday or
Okay.
something like that. I don't know if you've seen that.
Nah.
Shin Godzilla. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one.
Okay. Nah. Well, I watched -1 because they got it on Netflix, and I watched it on my wall. Matter of fact, just a few days ago. That shit never gets old, man. I think that's probably the greatest Godzilla movie ever made.
That shit's so fire, man. I can't wait for the sequel. I
Yeah,
need that. I'm
yeah,
down for
man.
that shit.
But yeah, I definitely can't wait to see Batman. Because that's another one showing my age. I saw that when it first dropped, June of '89.
Did you watch Alien Earth?
Yes, I did.
You watched both
It's two
episodes? Yeah,
episodes, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That shit was crazy.
that
You know
shit's
what the
crazy.
most fucked up shit was? I was like, yo, how they broke down the synthetics. I was like, how they took those sick kids and turned
Mm-hmm.
them into synthetic. I was like, that's really fucked up.
It is, but dog, it's fascinating. Like I love how they're expanding the lore of this universe with the alien. Because I mean, we know about the androids that bleed milk and shit like that, but now to see that there's different, like you got cyborgs, like you said, synthetics and stuff, and just how they're just expanding this world right now, I'm loving it.
Destroyer. I'll give you my thoughts on the Conjuring trailer shortly, but I just want to talk about Alien Earth for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. I was like, yeah, the whole intrigue and how with the synthetics and fucking the a fucking vessel just crash landing in the middle of a
Right.
fucking city. And I was like, damn, it's just like Saving Private Ryan and some shit. Like it was crazy. It was just a lot of action, really
Mm-hmm.
interesting characters and stuff like that. I like Wendy's character, even displaying what like synthetics can kind of do, just like how
Right.
they're like super,
They're
almost
like
super
animals.
beings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, that shit was fire. And just that fucking xenomorph was like aura farming the whole time. Like the way he pulled up on Moro like that.
Mm-hmm.
And how he was standing still, and then just how you see the xenomorph just lean back and shit. And
Right. Like that
that the
motherfucker was
fucking
terrifying.
that statue shit, he was just hiding around the statue. I was like, yo, this motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
I
nah.
was
Well, how
like,
about what about when the cyborg fucking like when he I guess he encased him in some kind of like carbonite type thing or whatever, and
yeah, yeah.
he saw him getting ready to bust out of it. Right, he was trying to tell the people like, "Yo, this thing's about to bust out of here,"
It
and that
says
nigga, that
fear.
yeah, he came out, man, and fucked some shit up.
Bro, I'm loving how like brutal it is, how violent it is. I'm like, bro, this is great.
Yeah,
And I kept saying that. I said that in my review. I was like, yo, it's a great time if you're a Predator or Alien fan because they're serving, they serving it out and just they're delivering, on it. And I
yeah,
hope
and I love how they keep the tone of oh shit, I think we got a delay again. Shit.
no, I hear you.
Okay, now, nah. Well, I was gonna say I love how they kept the tone of the first two movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it has the same tone as the first Alien, but there's got a lot of aliens in there, which is my personal favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
liking it, and I think it's like 10 episodes or something like that in total, or eight or 10 or 12, maybe I don't know, um,
not sure.
but I'm loving it so far. Hopefully, it doesn't dip or just go on some nonsense or
What's
but
the
I'm so
what's the
I'm
budget on that?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I know it's probably expensive. It's probably in the 200s.
Yeah, because that looks like movie quality production.
I would bet it's like 15 million per episode type shit or
Mm,
some ridiculous ass number because they're using a lot of practical shit too and with the sets
right.
and shit like that. Looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. It feels like Alien.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely feels like what's crazy too. It feels like like this is before Ripley and all them. It feels like that too. You know what I'm saying with the
Right.
technology and it feels like just like it's about to. I don't know how to kind of explain it, but it looks kind of old compared to. I don't know how to really explain it, but you know what I'm saying. It looks like when you look at the Alien movies, it looks a lot more futuristic compared to. Even though it's still futuristic there, but it's like it's kind of crazy that this is before, like years before that and stuff like that.
Oh, so this takes place years before the first Alien movie.
And Romulus,
Oh, okay. Uh,
yeah. I forget
so
exactly because I think it's like 2099 or something like that. right
That's
now.
crazy. So the fact that they land, so how the fuck did they get rid of him on Earth then? Because usually, like when once they inhabit a planet, like roaches, you can't get rid of them; just keep multiplying. So how the fuck they got on Earth and got rid of them, and then we get the other movies?
Yeah, that's what's going to be interesting because there's those other eggs. Unless they're able to like kind of keep this thing contained, I think that's what's going to end up happening is like they're
Mm,
going to keep these things contained, or that's the only way I can see,
yeah.
or flying it back out in space or some shit. I don't know.
Mm,
That's going to be
interesting.
interesting though.
Yeah.
I just want to see how this is going to inevitably like. I know that that's what they want to do is do another Alien versus Predator type shit.
I'm with that. I want that.
I see it in
That.
like probably maybe probably 5 years because it seems like they're pumping out a lot of content just kind of
Mm-hmm.
leading into that.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm for it. Listen, I like the first AVP. I thought it was decent.
Hmm.
We don't talk about the second one, but that first one wasn't bad.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But thoughts on the Conjuring trailer? I'm still gonna watch it because I like the Conjuring movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the spin-offs. I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? I feel they're still entertaining. They're better than other like shitty movies like Blumhouse. You know what I'm saying? But I like the dumb movies. Like I can accept the fact that they're like super over the top and kind of ridiculous. I like Valak. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I like the second Annabelle. Didn't really like the first one, but this last Conjuring because I feel like the third one was pretty forgettable. I don't even remember the fuck who it was about. Like I think it was like werewolves or some shit like that, or
Yeah,
the
wasn't that like the
devil.
devil made me do it or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, but it's just like that goes to show you that like how much the first two Conjurings have like stuck in my brain. I like those are still the peak of the entire, you know what I'm saying, shebang and stuff like that. But I'm still I don't have no hope because I'm looking at that fucking poster. I was just like, what is that? That's the
Mm-hmm.
best poster you get. Like the one where like they're actually in the poster and stuff. I like the other one that looks like they're forming the devil and it's the red and black one. It's the other one that it's like super fucking generic. I was just like, that's really lazy, but we'll have to wait and see. The one movie I am looking forward to is Hell House LLC. That's another one that is excluded from A list. I was like, fuck, I gotta pay
Is
15
it?
for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
They need
But
to
it's cool. It's
stop.
the last one. It's the last one. You know what I'm saying? I like that series, so I'll support it.
Yeah. Well, I heard AMC is also they're going to shorten the trailer runtime. I guess enough
We'll
people
see about
complain.
that. They'll probably show it in by like 3 minutes or some shit. That's one thing I noticed about Regal. Like I don't know if it was just the fact that I went to go see highest to lowest, but
Mm-hmm.
they only had like 10 minutes of previews. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh wow.
They crammed like a lot of like little like small trailers. It was a lot of trailers too. I was like, fuck, and it was only been 10 minutes. I was like, this movie started at like 11. Supposed to it started late. It was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to start at like 11:50 something. It started like 11:50 something, whatever the fuck, and then started like 10 minutes later. I was like, okay, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
sometimes like I said, you'll get movies at AMC, like specifically movies that come out of Shutter. Sometimes if it's like early screenings or something like that, they'll just play the fucking movie, and some people will just walk in like, what the fuck, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Well,
which
that's
is
what
fucked
happened
up, but at the
with
same time, go ahead.
But I was gonna say that's what happened with Evil Lurks. I was expecting like the 20, 30 minute, trailer time. So when I got there, the movie had just started, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, damn, it not even 15
You
minutes
missed
done
a lot.
passed by. No, I just missed the beginning of it, just like the opening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only like the slowest part of the movie. Like everything else is once they get to the um his ex's house and shit. That's when shit
Mm-hmm.
pops off. Like the
Right.
dog. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I made a tweet about that. I was like, y'all think weapons is crazy? Go check this out.
Oh, with Evil
Like
Lurks,
that's
yeah.
like that shit goes crazy. Like they don't hold back on nothing. Like nobody is safe. Like
Ooh,
type shit.
nobody, even kids.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like Shorty was walking down the street, just like throwing his brains out, and shit. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like
was
yo,
yeah, you
imagine
put
a packed
me
theaters
on to
watching this shit.
that. Mm-hmm.
What were you saying?
Oh shit, I think it's delay again. No, I was saying now you put me on to that when Evil
Yeah,
left. Yeah.
I was gonna I wanted to probably see Jester. I think I seen clips of the first one. It was kind of like them trying to do their own like kind of Terrifier thing with like a Jester that doesn't talk and whatnot. That's some interesting looking interesting kills and stuff. I just didn't watch the full first movie and stuff
That,
like that, but
that's what I thought Clown in the Cornfield was gonna be. I thought that was gonna be like another Terrifier ripoff, but it wasn't.
yeah, that was a fun movie. I had fun with that.
Yeah. I thought it was straight.
Yeah, it was silly and whatnot, and that's why didn't expect it to be so silly. But I was like, I was okay with it because it
Mm-hmm.
kind of worked for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm curious to see where the sequels are going to go and stuff like that. So, more clown stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
And we're not getting the next Terrifier movie for what, another year or so.
hopefully next year. Hopefully we get it next year. That'd be great because that'd be the 10-year anniversary for the first one and shit like that. So
Mm-hmm. That's supposed
we'll
to be the
see.
last one, right?
Yeah, supposedly, or maybe he'll do 5 and that'll be the last one. Like he don't go past 5, but I could see him. I could see a scenario where there's 2 more, but.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't overstay the welcome. I think 4 or 5 is probably the sweet spot where you can be like, all right, that's it. Because with most franchises, you like, yeah, it was good up until the 3rd and 4th movie. And after that, it got stupid. So, yeah,
Mm.
either 4 or 5, then stop. Like
I
that's
think
it.
maybe if there is a 5th one, you probably have 2 years in between that, or some
Mm-hmm.
time in between, like 2 or 3 years to just kind of, you know what I'm saying. But
Right.
maybe people get impatient or something like that. Um, I was going to wait until next week, but we can also talk about it next week as well. But have you seen the Sweet Revenge vignette? Friday
Oh,
the
you
13th.
yeah, you're right. You read my mind. Yeah, I watched that today actually. The 15-minute, is that supposed to be like the short film or whatever?
Yeah, a little short film, little advertisement, little Angry Orchards
Okay.
advertisement.
You know what? I was digging it, Purp. Like, okay, I wasn't a fan of the mask. I thought the mask looked kind of something
It
off-putting
looks
about it.
better.
Like,
It does. It looks weird, but at the same time, it looks better when it's actually in motion and like that little picture they put out like on Comic Con or some shit like
right,
with it
right,
with it not on him and stuff like that. But go ahead.
right. But nah, I was digging it, man. Like, it has the feel of whoever made this is definitely a fan of Friday the 13th because like the music and just just the tone of it. I'm like, this feels like an authentic Friday the 13th movie. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
now I'm thinking to myself, when when the studios finally do decide to do Friday the 13th, is it even gonna matter anymore? Because there's so many fan films out there and a lot of good fucking ones. So when you put the real deal out, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like with bootlegging and
Mm.
shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got all these
I get what
bootlegs,
you I get what you
you know
I
what I
get what
mean?
you mean. Like if when they come out with it, is it going to matter in the sense of like, are they going to do something with this character that has never been done before to
Right,
really? And I think that's going to be the hard sell about this because like it's going to get us there. Like we're going to be there regardless. But it's just like,
right,
is this really going to? I don't think it's going to be as exciting as like if they were to announce like, oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that would get more people excited. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a guaranteed butts and seats and stuff like that. But even I think this will still do well. I definitely think it's gonna have some intrigue, and I think the reasoning behind them doing a TV series first, I
mm-hmm.
think that's gonna help kind of build up that suspense and for that movie because I don't think we're gonna get that movie until like 2028 or 2029 at the latest.
The thing about it also, what that's going to be very hard to do is the fact that we'll see with the fan films, they can do whatever they want. Like they don't have
Yeah,
any studio heads telling them what they can and can't do, so that they can go balls to the wall crazy with this, right? And us fans, we love it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's fans, you know, made by fans for the fans. But now we talk about if Blumhouse or A24 get it, there's certain restraints that have to be put on where, okay, that there's certain lines that you can't cross, there's certain things that you can't do. So, like, I feel like when the movie does drop, Perp, like us cinephiles, when we review it, we're gonna say, yeah, it was cool for what it was, but you know, I had more fun watching the fan film.
I do have a theory though with Eve's character, with her like drowning and coming back. That's really interesting. I feel like that's an interesting little detail. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that should happen for a lot of characters. I feel like Eve should be that kind of reoccurring character that we see in the movies and stuff like that. And
Right.
then I think Jason's look is also going to change every time we kind of see him until the actual movie. Like he'll probably be a much bigger
Mm-hmm.
kind of character and stuff like that. And I had a theory about Eve that maybe what if she is possibly possessed by Pamela's spirit? Like, would that be something you'd be interested in, or is that too much? Like, because they have to do something different, you know, they can't do exactly what they did with, like, I know they have certain restraints or certain things they can't and can't do. So,
Yeah. I don't know. She's possessed by something. Like, I kept thinking Deadly Friend when I saw the bitch, man. I was like, what is this Deadly Friend
mhm.
all over again?
The makeup
Nah,
looked good. The makeup looked pretty good though. Like, because I was like,
yeah.
damn, she looked really fucking dead. Like,
Well, you know what? That would be dope if they did that. If you're talking about Jason's mom's, right? Like possessed by
yeah.
her. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be dope. Yeah.
And
You
maybe
know,
they
like
she has like an internal battle, like it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type thing. She'll come in and out or some shit, or she completely takes over the body or something like that. But I
right.
like the fact that like she exists in this universe now, like she's dead with Jason and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So, and
Yeah,
it's kind of reminds me of American Horror Story 84, when you know anybody that died on the campgrounds would just their spirit would be, it's pretty much like Murder House and stuff, like, or just
right.
like you die in that place, your spirit's trapped there and type of shit. But
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm open to that because like that's Jason's pretty much, you know, besides water, that's his only weakness is his mom's. You know?
mhm.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, that's why I was looking at that at the end when she stabs old girl, like I think that was still Eve mad, but that could also have been Pamela, and like the way she looked at Jason,
Right.
and Jason kind of like looked at her like when he first choked her and stuff, and he was like kind of had his head cocked and shit like that. That shit was funny. He said
Mhm.
like, threw her through the joint and stuff, like threw her through the window, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like the brutality too, because like it's like he is part four, but not quite like part part six
He
yet.
lives.
Like he's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like he still has that like fucking retard strength and shit like that.
Yeah.
We'll see though, man. Like, but I'm excited. Like, I hope by that time we get that movie, we'll also have like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie coming right after that. You know what I'm saying, but we'll probably not gonna get that until like the 2030s or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So who has
At this
does
point,
New Line Cinema still have the rights to Elm Street?
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
All these like horror movies are like so weird with their rights, but like at least I feel like I don't know how many of them got screwed out of deals or just they just
Right.
hold on to their shit because they know that Hollywood just be on some greedy shit. But
I was about to say, cause I can't see because you know New Line Cinema like that. That's the house that Freddie built. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see them
mhm,
ever letting go. I can't see them ever letting go of selling that property because like that's the OG. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
There would be no New Line Cinema without Nightmare on Elm Street.
and I feel like the Duffer Brothers would be perfect to be the ones to direct it because of what they did with Stranger Things season
Facts,
4. Like I just
facts.
think those would be the perfect people to really capture that. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm not no
Yeah.
rush to get no Nightmare and all shit. When it happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? When God calls for it, you know what I'm saying? It'll happen. You know,
I mean, because
in time.
honestly, I feel like it wrapped up good with New Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? I thought New Nightmare was like kind of like the stamp on the Elm Street franchise. Like that was that made up for the abomination that's Freddy's Dead. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so I thought New Nightmare really wrapped up the series like the way it should have been wrapped up. So yeah, I'm in no rush either, man. Because it even like getting a new actor to play Freddy, like Robert Englund is always gonna be my Freddy. Like I can't see nobody else playing that role.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely some newer actors or just actors now I could definitely see playing it. Like, but I just like, I'd be so curious to like the direction it would go. Like, as far
Right.
as like the mythos, like how would they change it to make it still work? And like, I think that's gonna be like the telling thing of like when it gets made when somebody could do something really refreshing to it, but not like shit on it or
Right.
make it some Gen Z generic bullshit. Like, oh man, let's like World of Worlds it and just have it be like some Freddy online type of shit, just being an internet troll or something like that, like a ghost troll or you
Oh
know.
man, it was you. What the fuck?
Oh
Man,
shit!
a part of me thinks that they did that because I heard that they shot that during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So I got a theory, man. Are they trying to sabotage the new Friday movie by putting that out there, knowing that the fans were gonna be like, "Dude, Cube is garbage as an actor." I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
man.
Probably not. Probably not.
Because
But that's probably just like
why
that's
would they
probably just
do
an
it?
easy check for him. That's probably just an easy check.
Yeah, I guess, because there's no way anybody looked at that in the higher ups and said, "Yeah, this is gonna be a hit on streaming."
The
Like,
kids are gonna love this.
kids love this.
I am excited. I want to see. I don't know if you saw Small Soldiers. They're talking about making a sequel for that.
No, I
Um,
haven't.
yeah, there was the director. It's like, yeah, it's time to make a sequel for
Okay,
that.
okay, now sign
Um,
me up. Hey, are you gonna order the? Did you order the Elm Street Steelbook 4K?
oh no, no, no. I don't got no Blu-ray player or nothing like that. But
Ah, me neither.
I would though. I would for sure. Shit was
That
nice. I seen it.
man, my boy Chop hit me up and he showed me the Steelbook and everything. It looks beautiful, bro. But that shit's like almost $300.
Oh fuck that!
Woo.
I got $300 for
Too
that.
rich for my blood, man. And it comes with the 3D
Yeah,
glasses to watch Freddy's Dead.
that's dope.
Yeah,
Nah, that's dope. I'm surprised 3D is
fuck
still
that.
around. Like I was like, bro, like there can't be a lot of people that go to that shit, man. Like I don't know, just I think they gotta give up the
Only
three. The only time like 3D looks dope is like Avatar. That's the only time.
you took the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna say that's the only time I watch something in 3D is if it's Avatar.
Or if it's Dread, if it's Dread coming back in theaters, like Dread was
Mm.
fucking fire in 3D. It's just probably Tron. Tron will probably be decent in 3D.
You know what? As bad as the movie is, Purp, don't judge me, but I want to see Jaws 3D in actual 3D.
If they re-released it,
If they
probably have
re-release
a
it,
better
yeah.
have with better 3D and shit.
I would love to see because I was too young to see it in the theater, but I remember watching it as a kid, and even at the time, I was like, "Why does this movie look like something's like off with it?" And then come to find out because the movie was in 3D. You know what I'm saying? They just released it on VHS as a regular movie, but still with the 3D effects in there. But yeah, I would love to see that on the big screen in 3D. Seeing that fake shark bust through the glass.
so so what's the next thing on your list for this month? Like what else you gotta that you
um,
see on the app that like sticks out to you that you be like, oh, I'm gonna check that out. 'Cause there's a shit ton of new movies coming out next week. So
well, I'm pulling up the app right now as we speak. 'Cause I know I definitely want to see Batman. Oh no, he says it's gonna be in Dolby, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So okay, I do want to see Nobody too. I'm planning on seeing that
I
this
saw
week.
that. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right.
Uh, I was just saying like I don't think they needed a sequel to be honest, but
Mm.
knock yourself out.
Yeah. Oh, a Primitive War. I want to check that one out.
I think that's a fandom event I was seeing.
Yeah, it is. It is. Damn. It is.
But it's
That
probably
shit's
gonna be
2 hours
better than
and 54
Jurassic Park
minutes.
though.
I was about to say, yeah. And don't get me wrong, Jurassic World did have some terrifying scenes, but the movie as a whole is just very mid.
Yeah, shit ass. Like I completely forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
I was like, how the fuck did that movie make $800? Because it's like they're definitely not watching it for the plot.
right. But yeah, that's all I got though. Like I just see when is oh that's Toxic Avenger that comes out the 29th, same day as Jaws. So yeah, so as of right now, yeah, just more
Put Nasia 2 on your list.
who?
Nasia
Oh,
2.
ain't that the movie that's
Yeah,
like the biggest? Ain't that like the
yeah,
biggest movie in the world right
yeah,
now?
yeah, they're re-releasing it, but with the dub version.
Ah, damn, that
Yeah,
shit's two
so
hours, 2.5 hours. God damn,
it's all action though, all
is
fucking
it?
action. That shit is. Think of like think of like Endgame, but like times 10. That
Mm,
shit's fucking crazy. I'm like, the whole movie feels like one big ass third act. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, yo, there's so many different fight scenes, and the animation is just incredible. And the fact that they did
okay,
that for like 80 million, um, like the budget was only 80 million and shit, like it'll blow you away. It will blow you away. Be like, no
yeah,
way. They're
and that's
shitting
the
on
biggest,
Pixar.
and that's the biggest movie in the world right now.
Yes, absolutely. And right now it's my number one movie of the year, like for sure. I don't
Really?
think I don't, it's the only movie I got 5 stars. The only movie
See,
this year.
I would take my son to see this, because I know he's into anime and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I guess, but I don't know if he's gonna sit through 2.5 hours though. But I mean, she said he sat through Way of Water, so he might be okay.
It has a lot of action, so it's like it has a lot of comedy and stuff like that. I think he'll be able to be entertained by it.
Yeah.
They got the first one on Tubi if you want to test that out and stuff like that. You go watch that first.
Okay.
'Cause I think that's a
Okay.
good like introduction to the world. But then like the second one just kind of just goes fucking nuts. It's insane. But yeah, the first one's on Tubi. I was
Okay.
like, yes.
Okay.
I'm glad they didn't take it off yet. So
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna check
yes,
that out then.
okay. So we reached that hour mark. So a little over an hour. But yeah,
Mm.
um, it's pretty good talk. Pretty good talk. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, next week, like I said, Hard Ever Dies, season 3 premiere. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure y'all are here 10 p.m. Eastern time. Um, you got anything else planned for your channel and stuff?
Nah, it's been kind of quiet, man. I just last review I did was for highest to lowest, and
Definitely go check that out.
yeah, nah, that's about it for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Highest to Lows is playing in theaters, definitely go support. You know what I'm saying? Keep your just manage your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Just go and and have fun with it. Don't have fun with it either, or you might hate the movie, you might love the movie. You never know until you go watch it
Well,
for yourself. But
I tell you what, as a native New Yorker, whenever Spike Lee does a
mm,
movie that's in New York, Purp, it always feels like a homecoming because he films New York so beautifully, doesn't he?
yeah,
God,
facts.
I haven't been back to New York since '99. That's the last time I've been there, man.
And I'll say this too. There was certain points where um he would switch up like filters or just the way the fucking camera would look. And
Yeah.
I kind of like that old school. I wish the whole movie was in that old school type of, you
So
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
was that 35 or was that because it looked like it went from digital to 35 or no
Yeah, something
16?
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I wish like the whole movie looked like that. But
Mhm.
still be in modern day, like I think that
Right.
would have been fire. I'd have been like, yo, this would have been 4 stars, just the way it looked and stuff like that. But I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, no, I gave it 3.5 because I love the whole New York aesthetic as the backdrop. I felt like the first like 20 minutes was like very engaging, with the
Mm.
introduction to the characters, but then once it became like a ransom movie, it became like a by the numbers ransom movie like we've seen. And then
Yeah,
and then at one point it becomes like a BET thriller, where you
that's
got Denzel
that's
chasing a nigga through the street.
yeah, I was cool with all that, but then it's just like And I was almost with you with like 3.5.
Right,
The point five missed with the ending. Like the ending kind of
right,
fucked it up for me.
right,
Like it kind of
right.
like, all right, like what are we doing here, Spike?
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
this
mean, well,
this
because
guy just completely took you happy, then you just completely took me the fuck out at the last minute. You're like,
yeah, because well, I think because we're expecting like this big twist, and there is no twist. It's just straight up what it is. This guy wanted to
mm,
work with him, and and what I'm saying. It was like you knew what it was.
yeah. But with that being said, I'm gonna talk about that more backstage. But I
Right, right.
appreciate everybody that pulled up live, or if you catching the replay, follow Rashad on his channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. If this is the first time you seeing this. But until next time, see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.